to the news at 4. There's now a temporary restraining order on Idaho's so-called abortion trafficking ban. As we reported on the news at 10 last night, a federal judge granted that temporary restraining order late yesterday, part of two decisions made by the court. Joe Paris joins us now. Joe, break this down for us. What exactly does this all mean?
Well, Morgan, this means that the trafficking law, is paused. And we've seen this happen with other abortion items. But this law specifically, it went into effect back in May. And it makes it a felony to help minors get an abortion in places where it's legal. For example, going from Idaho to Oregon. And this would be without their parents' consent. So an activist group, filed a federal lawsuit over the summer in July against Idaho Attorney General Raul Labrador on behalf of a Nampa attorney who we spoke with here on the 208. Now, the Northwest Abortion Access Fund and the Indigenous Idaho Alliance are a part of this too. And according to the court's decision, the preliminary injunction stops Idaho from enforcing the law. And that's effective yesterday. The court found that plaintiffs showed, quote, irreparable harm, and that the balance of equities and public interest, it favors halting enforcement. So it will stay that way until the judge hears the whole case and would rule otherwise. And on that second decision, the court addressed a request for dismissal of the case from the state, from the AG's office. And the court partially granted that by dismissing one of the four claims from the advocacy groups. And the judge, though, did not fully dismiss, as reflected with the injunction in the continuing case. But the court did grant dismissal of one claim, and that is alleging a violation of the right to interstate travel. And the court found that neither the Supreme Court nor the Ninth Circuit has recognized such a constitutional right, saying, quote, unlike the right to interstate travel, neither the Supreme Court nor the Ninth Circuit has recognized a constitutional right to interstate travel. So, Morgan, it can be a very complex situation, but the bottom line that people need to know at home, this controversial abortion trafficking law that was in the news last week, it's on pause for now. So the case will continue. It will continue likely for several months. Yeah. And we'll keep everyone informed.
Yeah, interesting, that nuance between interstate and intrastate. And I know there were 80 pages of documents filed yesterday. So, Joe, appreciate your work going through those.
Yeah, thanks, Morgan.
All right, first at 4.